I filled in for a team. live from the Ralph Contafio Soccer Complex here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The second of as many games in as many nights. 2 games here in Winnipeg. The Thunder Bay Chill taking on WSA Winnipeg Wolfpack. I am your host, Brad Gebhardt. With us, also in the booth here, Ryan Brandt. Ryan, we're looking forward to some exciting soccer here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of better weather will help out a little bit too, and rainy to start out yesterday, windy to start out today, but the sun's shining, the lights are off for a little bit. Yeah, looking forward to seeing this. Thunder Bay, solid 3-0 victory. Really was a 2-0er, and as Winnipeg pushed up looking for a goal of some sorts late in that first game, Thunder Bay just getting a late one to just add on to things. So opportunities though. Winnipeg had a good second half. We talked about that a lot, and a chance now, clean slate, chance to get this first win of the season out of the way finally.
The scoreboard is clean now, and all 11 players on both sides champing at the bit, ready to go for this unbelievable matchup. And yeah, these guys are familiar with each other. They played just one night ago.
Yeah, and the big loss for Thunder Bay, Sullivan Silva will be playing today. Left in the 41st minute in the first half yesterday, so he's a big loss. We saw him in the stands watching this game today, and I don't think it looked too serious, so maybe just taking the day off. 2 games in 2 days is a lot on someone, especially if you're injured, so he gets a chance to take a break. The rest of the guys, and an opportunity for someone else to step in and make something happen.
Absolutely, some well-deserved rest, and a guy who commanded a lot of attention on the offensive side of the ball, and was a disturbance on the defensive side as well, going basically toe-to-toe with Raf throughout that game.
Yeah, Sullivan Silva wants the ball at all points in the game. You saw it a lot yesterday. He had that beautiful goal to start things off, a bicycle kick too that went over the net, and it was able to set up the second goal in that first half. So he was the guy making everything happen for Thunder Bay. And when he left, you could see the drop-off and some opportunities for Winnipeg, but they're a team that's solid, lots of talent every single year in Thunder Bay, so I don't think it'll be too big of a loss, but I think it's the hometown kid, Evan Sawula, that'll get a chance to start. Came off the bench yesterday for Silva, so he'll jump into the fold and get an opportunity, and we'll see if he can cause some trouble for the Winnipeg backline.
Absolutely, like you mentioned, somewhere an opportunity for people to step up and make something happen, and but when they do, Evan Barker will be there to have something to say about it.
Yeah, so once we get through the anthems, we'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. And with that, we're set to play ball. Players quickly shake hands before this rubber match, and I gotta think that throughout yesterday's events and throughout the game, not a lot of bad blood out there, but some guys who are hoping to make a bit of a statement out there.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game. Just catching the end of the public address there. Very excited for this game to get underway. But yeah, the 2 teams, the 2 Canadian teams in the Heartland Division of the Central Conference in the PDL. And while Thunder Bay maybe leads in the wins category, Winnipeg can bring out the best in them, and usually brings out the best in the Wolfpack as well. We'll see how they line up today. A couple of changes up front for Winnipeg. Renor Hoxha will start in place of Luis Melendez. Not too many changes on the back end. Cello Danji, Kevin Garrick will be the center backs. On the outsides, on the game sheet anyways, it says Tobias Hyber-Kruger in the left back slot, and Prince Amar in the left back slot, and Tobias Hyber-Kruger at right back. But I could see maybe Kalen Boodoo playing in that hole. He's listed in the midfield, but some opportunity to shake the roster up a little bit. It'll be good to see Tobias and also Renoir getting some starts. They look good coming off the bench in yesterday's game, as we said how good of a second half Winnipeg had. So those guys factor in a lot. William Brown will be back on his wing. He had a good lot of effort. Josh Sangha, along with Kalen Boodoo and Raphael Ohin, will make up that midfield and try and get some things going. Ohin was the link man, making some stuff happen. The final passes just weren't there, and another chance, another day, and he looked good, I thought, in his first game of the season, and I'm expecting a lot more from him today.
Absolutely, and who also looked good in the second half of yesterday's game after he subbed in, Hoxa coming in and being his disturbance, and doing a lot of things alone out there, running around a lot and being forced to do so because of the positioning of the players. But he seems strong out there.
Yeah, when Winnipeg lines up in that 4-5-1 for many long stretches in the game. It's a lonely position being that lone striker, but yeah, Hoxa had a great header rewatching the game last night in the box on a free kick that he was able to make something of, but just couldn't get it on net. So he'll have some more opportunities, gets the start, and a well-earned one after his performance yesterday.
Absolutely, the stage is set for another barn burner here as Winnipeg sets to set the tone early. Ohin getting in there and getting his nose dirty right off the hop.
Yeah, it's a strong tackle from Ohin, and Nick Chiappetta didn't like it too much, so he holds him back and keeps him there. That one right in the front of the referee, so it's always those retaliations they catch. It was a good hard tackle from Ohin, and unfortunately for Thunder Bay, they'll have to concede.
Great to see them come out strong here, at least come out aggressively, basically letting the Chill know that you're in our house, and we're going to have something to say about how this game goes.
Yeah, Winnipeg likes that slow build-up. They like to set up. We see them right now just lining up in front of the back end with their defenders, get wide, and they switch over to Amara, and that's what they're trying to make happen.
Hooper now carrying the ball there, plays it down over to Amara, who wants to work it closer to the middle of the field.
Oh, that's a nice one too, and a nice cut.
And a nice cut, absolutely.
So Amara's still down, but a good chance for Hyra Kruger to get a shot and a block, but that's some promising play from Winnipeg to start things out. On that switch of the field, Amara able to cut to the middle, breaks 2 tackles. The third player maybe gets a cleat up at the ankles, and the referee didn't see it, but with the Winnipeg kind of going with advantage there attacking, they kept it going with Amara on the turf, but we'll have to get the trainer out now.
And after the trainer exits the field, we'll have an opportunity for a corner from Winnipeg, something that they struggled a little bit with height yesterday as far as getting those crosses over and where they needed them to be. How do you, as a player, how do you change that? How do you make those kind of last minute adjustments in quick turnaround here?
Yeah, you gotta be moving. It's a tough job because you basically have to throw both center back, Tevin Garrick and Chelo Danji, both have to come up for those corners, really, along with Hoxa, really the only players 6 feet or above on this Winnipeg side. You look over at Thunder Bay, and from the goalkeeper out, you've got some big bodies that can get in the air. Matthew Mazinski, their starter, I think listed as 6'4", 6'5", and he looks it. I was watching him take warm-ups today. He's a big kid, had a couple nice saves in yesterday's game. It's keeping the ball away from him because he's commanding in that box, and he can always put on a quick stop.
The 14 of Prince Amara trots off the field there. It looks like he's going to be able to re-enter in a short order.
Oh, good chance there for Garrix, but he's not able to get his head to it, or it took a tip, I think.
He's going to have to get back now.
Well, this is an exciting start, and we also get to see Nico Baikas, one of 3 substitutes in yesterday's game that I was saying yesterday expecting to get a start. He has scored a nice goal against Kansas City a couple weeks ago, and we'll get to see him in his first start in Winnipeg in his first season with the team. Absolutely,
and the share of the lead as far as scoring is concerned for Winnipeg, looking for him to add to that, as well as the guys who got the ball right now. Raph O'Hin, always a threat when he's on the field to make something happen, whether it be an assist or a spectacular goal.
Yeah, the play runs through him in the middle, and as Chella will try and get something going offensively. Yeah, Kalen Boodoo will end up playing in the middle. Tobias Hyra Kruger playing right back. That's probably the first time he's done that in the PDL, but versatile player, lots of speed, and had a good year at the University of Saskatchewan, so he can play anywhere, I guess.
O'Hin controlling things now, a guy who wants the ball on his foot more often than not, as Amara now controls it. Boodoo over to Hooper, and Was it not Hooper? Ah, it's Bikus. Bikus with the ball there.
Oh, that's a good switch.
As they come in. Good pressure from Winnipeg, controlling the tempo so far.
That's a beautiful ball there from Hire Kruger, trying to poke one through, looking for that diagonal run from Hoekstra, just not ending up on it, maybe a little bit too much meat on it. But positive play so far. This is a good start. This is what Winnipeg would have wanted in yesterday's game. Thunder Bay and Winnipeg were kind of with a lully, slow 20 minutes to start the game before the Chill got their first goal. So Winnipeg taking advantage of that opportunity to try and make something happen.
Absolutely, and now the Chill gaining a little bit of possession, trying to feel that ball a little bit, and enjoying the sunshine in here in Winnipeg, where we're known for those beautiful sunsets here in Winnipeg, but they were not treated to one yesterday as we had cloud cover. Just a little bit of white cotton candy in the sky tonight. Yeah,
it's a good day for some soccer. It was windy earlier in the morning and through part of the afternoon. Looks like it's starting to calm down a little bit towards game time, and it works out perfectly. Field looks good. Teams look good, ready to go.
Absolutely. Of course, Winnipeg in their whites and the Chill wearing their royal blues. This game, obviously, the second of two, and Winnipeg being on the losing end yesterday, they're going to be looking to not really exact some revenge here, but let the Chill know that they're here to play, and they want to add to that season's total of two goals in the year, and make this one a serious game.
Yeah, they show they can compete, as we see Nico Bikus making a couple nice moves to get around not one but two Chill defenders, and didn't have the position on that one, so it is a foul, so Thunder Bay will end up getting a free kick out of it, but positive play from him in the middle. I've liked what I've seen out of him. University of Saskatchewan thinks where he's committed for next year. He'll be a player, a hometown kid out of Saskatchewan. Not too many guys make the journey over here to play with us, but
right.
Happy to have him for sure.
Definitely, and all that shows me right now is that Winnipeg is forcing the Chill to really play defensively and up the aggression from last game. They didn't have to do that as much, so it's good to see that Winnipeg is at least forcing some aggression from the Chill, and who are yet to meet up with Evan Barker at the other end of the field yet.
Yeah, it's a really different start from yesterday. It's positive from Winnipeg so far, and getting some things moving. I think that injecting a little offensive flair in Bikus and Hire Kruger adds to that. Gives them some opportunities early. A nice ball here for Hoekstra.
Hoekstra now controlling it over on the left side. Nice touch from Amara there.
And Bikus will let that one go out for a corner kick, and yeah, a little flick of the toe for Prince to find his man. It was a cross attempt from Hoekstra that ends up getting blocked. But yeah, Winnipeg's got Thunder Bay on their heels a little bit early on.
Absolutely. The pressure is obvious right off the hop, and a couple of opportunities with corners here. Like you said yesterday, not known for their height, the whole team, but obviously using different strategies off of those corners to still get the ball around and a chance on net there.
Yeah, I like the short attempt over to Prince, takes a shot, looking for that in swing to the back post, just goes a little bit high and wide, and really the first shot of the game as we hit the 8-minute mark. But yeah, Winnipeg goes back the other way on a nice tackle. Nico Bikus just couldn't keep it in with his left foot. Would have been nice. Wolfpack had some numbers there.
Absolutely, pressing forward, and something that we didn't see from yesterday. That it's a welcome change from the pace of the game, as well as just Winnipeg's ability to take the game to the Chill so far.
And the Chill's throwing that ball to nobody and giving another opportunity. Some nice moves again from Prince, and trying to find some link-up play with Bikus, and ends up going out for a throw-in. But that left side for Winnipeg has been really good early on in this game, and see Sanghai was kind of sitting back in front of the back four. Just kind of being that anchor and opening things up.
Hire Kruger turning on the Jets a little bit there to advance the ball.
Yeah, he's speedy. We'll see some switches of play between him and Will Brown. As a couple nice touches between the two of them right now. Brown able to cut to the middle, and if he could stay on his feet there, I think he had a shot at goal.
Absolutely, would have actually had an opportunity to make a good effort there. Hoekstra making some noise there as they play it through the penalty area. And I think you're right. So far, Winnipeg totally has the Chill on their heels, but we'll see if that can continue. Looks like the Chill may very well be missing their stallion, who usually plays in the middle there, Sullivan Silva.
Yeah, not having Sullivan Silva up top definitely changes things, and he's a player who, in these kind of situations, would be tracking back and just trying to get his foot on the ball and trying to make something happen for his team. It's up to someone else to step up. Thunder Bay has lots of talent, and I expect that to happen, but at this point, still looking for that from the team. I think they'll start getting things going, but it's an opportunity for Winnipeg to try and get on the board, get a few shots, and make sure they show they belong in this game.
Absolutely, and a little bit more pressure on a guy like Sergio Campano, who is kind of is a bit of a line mate with Silva, who they play off of each other a little bit. He'll be going it with obviously he's familiar with his teammates, but probably the most amount of chemistry with Silva.
Yeah, Campano there, a nice little ball, trying to find Nick Chiappetta, and on the looking near post for a teammate, ends up going out off his foot for a Winnipeg goal kick. And first real look at the Chill offense in this game. Campano had that second goal in yesterday's contest. Chiappetta with that third, beautiful finish it was as well. So a couple of their goal scorers are still out there on the field, and without their star player, I think they can still make something happen.
Absolutely. They're still a serious threat. We're talking about one of the better teams in the PDL. But in all reality, that Winnipeg's given them a game so far. Only 10 minutes into this thing, but I like what I see.
Yeah, some pressure there from Renor Hoaxha, able to force a kick back to the goalkeeper. It goes off of him, allows Mazinski to pick it up, but you hear the coach across the street, Eduardo Badescu, letting his guys know to keep this pressure up. That's what they want to do right now. They want to keep going at Thunder Bay, and 5 minutes from now, maybe sit back, take a bit of a breather, and go at it again. But really good start for the Wolfpack, and Cheladanchi throwing one across goal, but at this point he's able to get bailed out by a teammate, Kalen Boodoo, Tobias Hyra-Kruger linking up together, and Winnipeg will be happy to just keep this ball, move it around. We see Evan Barker directing some traffic, and
Boodoo making some adjustments to the footwear there. Accepts the ball and trying to work it over to O'Hin.
Yeah, Kalen Boodoo, a heck of a player. I mentioned yesterday, a national champion at Cape Breton University, going down to Western BC, I think Kelowna or Kamloops, and coming away with some hardware, a couple goals, a few assists, a couple Man of the Match awards as well, and had to beat his teammate Evan Barker from the University of New Brunswick to get to that point. So a few players playing out on the East Coast now, living with the reality of a city like Winnipeg not having a university soccer team anymore. So you have to go elsewhere. Hyra Kruger's in Saskatchewan, same with Josh Dielman, who's the backup keeper today. Those are the options at this point. If we're going to go through the roster, most of the other players are former U of W guys, and without that option, it's about trying to keep sharp somewhere else now.
For sure, pack the bags and continue to develop that skill set, and when they come back and they're become Wolfpack again, then they're able to showcase that talent, and that's what we have here today.
Seeing some nice interplay there. Josh Sangha, Kalen Boodoo hooking up with a few nice one touches, and it's been the story so far. And as Will Brown will wish he didn't throw that one right into the foot of a Chill player, able to make that recovery. Yeah, that's what he had to do there. Is Winnipeg still keeping some possession, the Chill with an opportunity on that counter, but so far so good for Winnipeg. You have to play a bit mistake-free against a team as good as Thunder Bay. We saw that it was an even game up until one bad pass results in the Chill going the other way for their opener, and that's kind of what it is right now. Just doing what they can, keeping the ball in play, keeping it on their feet.
Heath now with a throw in, and I honestly I gotta think that if you're Winnipeg coming after yesterday's game, watching a little bit of game film, you'd understand that you're able to basically keep pace throughout the game and actually make some pretty special things happen despite those two errors. It was a pretty close game.
Yeah, and a good call here. Evan Barker is that ball coming in, trying to find a striker on the diagonal run. Has to come out, make it his. He's the commanding presence in the Wolfpack net. And a nice switch over for Nico Baikas as he's found some space for himself so far in this game. He'll try and cut to the middle. Will Brown might go back post, and Raph O'Hin will want to just take a crack at the net and a block by a Chill player instead.
Absolutely. O'Hin champing at the bit a little bit there. He was handling the ball early in the game and then got lost in the wash a little bit, unable to just get his feet on the ball for a number of minutes there. A guy, like we said earlier, likes to control play, and he likes to have the offense basically going through him.
Yeah, we got our first look on that other play of Tobias Hyra-Kruger playing in the right back slot today. Maybe nice audition for him in that spot. It'll be tough when you're an attacking player and you know your positioning and you have to play in a defensive role. He likes to get forward, likes to score, set up his teammates, and has to play a little bit of extra defense today.
In a situation like that, defense is paramount, obviously, but that comes with discipline on his part. How much difficult is it to not kind of get lost in the play and just kind of stay true to your new responsibilities?
If it was someone else, maybe, but yeah, he's a real good player. Can pretty much play anywhere on the field on those wings because he has that speed. You can't teach that. You can teach defense, but you can't teach someone to run as fast as Tobias can.
Well, we can work with speed.
Yeah, and he's been a member of this team since he was a teenager. He's getting up there now, and by getting up there I mean 20. So he's got a couple more years left in him, and that's even more exciting because he was a regular starter on this team as a kid and able to keep things going.
Absolutely. A veteran, but still born in the very late 90s, we might add on that. But so far, Winnipeg, very strong so far, and I'm personally impressed with how they're playing in comparison to last night's game. Obviously, they were able to keep things knotted up throughout the first 20 minutes, but I feel like this is a stronger 15 minutes.
And this is a chance for the Chill finally to get an attack going. They're dangerous at all points in the game. They might look for those balls over the top. They have some height, they have some speed, and as they play things around in the back and just look for some openings, look for some opportunities, it's Winnipeg again, and it's Kalen Boodoo making that interception.
Interception from Boodoo, which you get a little bit of a chance there. Quickly turned back over, and
that's that ball over the top that I was talking about. The Chill can do that. That's how it was Chiapetta able to finish off that third goal yesterday in a similar fashion, get things over the top, make life difficult for Winnipeg's back end, but so far haven't had much to deal with at this point.
Absolutely, and keeping in mind that in the later stages of last night's game that Winnipeg was certainly pushing forward so they get something positive on the scoreboard, and that may or may not have resulted in letting one extra goal in at the tail end of last night's game, but still took quite a nice strike from Chiapetta to make that happen.
Yeah, now we're seeing that shape from the Chill. They move as a unit, and as Winnipeg tries to take their time in the back end, they're left with a little less space than they had a few minutes ago, but a start that is similar in the score line anyways, 50 minutes or 60 minutes in, still 0-0, but in terms of the game, more exciting than the first 20 minutes or so in yesterday's contest, as neither team had much going until that Chill opener. But a little more exciting play, a little more offense from the Winnipeg side, and a little danger there as Cello heads it back into his own box and didn't have another man there for him.
Didn't have a guy there, but I gotta imagine that if you've got a guy like Evan Barker between the pipes, that it gives you a little bit more peace of mind that you might be able to take those chances and maybe even make a mistake or two throughout the game and know that there's the big guy back there's got your back.
Yeah, a lot of trust there. He is always among the leaders in the league in saves, which is a reflection, one, of how good he is, and on the other hand, how many shots he faces every game. But that's what he does, and as we see Renaud Hoekstra doing, he's done a good job up front as that target. He's big, he's strong, and trying to link things up and wait for his teammates to join him as he has to absorb a bit of pressure. That time, just O'Hin, his touch failing him, but able to make a nice recovery and another nice cut.
Nice cut from O'Hin as he controls the play there.
Yeah, that's Kalen Boodoo trying to tap that thing around a Thunder Bay player. Instead, referee will play advantage, opportunity again for Winnipeg. O'Hin, the guy making it happen, back on the ball.
Absolutely, and Hoekstra, obviously, he came in late in last game.
What a run here by Prince. Just a little feint, breaks around one, a foot roll to beat the second guy, and an opportunity, and that would have been all right if Kalen Boodoo could have buried that one as Prince Amari. He's got a smile on his face as he trots back to his left back position, beating two men, throwing that ball across, and Kalen Boodoo just wasn't able to finish. But yeah, another exciting play for Winnipeg. The shot, maybe not the one they wanted, but those balls, though, we talked about it yesterday, those final passes weren't there, and so far there's been a few opportunities, and just waiting for someone to get on one, and a nice move to go through the legs of Tobias there.
Absolutely. I think if there was a stat line on scoring chances from last game, I think Winnipeg would have matched that already in this one, creating a little bit of momentum for themselves and maybe confusing the Chill a little bit compared to the last night's game.
Yeah, we'll see how the half goes on because they've been playing that high pressure, high-tempo game, trying to keep the Chill on their toes and making it difficult for them. As you see what Kalen Budu's doing there, just trying to not give his man there, Campano, any space. And that's what will happen, but we'll wait till they hit the 30, 35 minute. They may start changing their approach a little just to make sure they have some legs for the second half. But yeah, really like what we've got out of Winnipeg, and a great tackle there by Will Brown too.
Absolutely, Will Brown getting active in this game, and in the case of a guy like Hooks coming in late yesterday, he's got a little bit more legs than a few of the guys that he's defending against. Obviously, he's going to put in a lot of work because he's going to be at the top basically all game long, unless he takes a sub at some point. But a guy who is going to be able to control the play a little bit and use his legs out there because he's got long ones.
Yeah, the rookie striker still looking to get his first PDL goal. One of many players that have been alumni of the Manitoba Provincial Youth Programs, and he'll be looking to impress some other people. As looking around the crowd, you see Canadian Youth National Team coach Rob Gale taking in this game. He usually likes to come out to a couple. He's helped as a coach. He's helped as a player at one point with this PDL team in its infancy, and spent a long time with the Canadian National Team program, which has opened some doors for players from Winnipeg. When you think of Dylan Carreros and Marco Bustos and several others that have made it all the way, Rob Gale and Eduardo Badescu had a large part in that.
Absolutely, a great feeder system, the PDL, as the Chill look to advance the ball here deep into the penalty area, come up with nothing. So we'll have a goal kick here.
Yeah, Marco Cummerly just going low. Maybe could have had a volley at that and taken a shot at goal. Instead, he just heads it wide. It takes that bounce on the turf, and a goal kick for Winnipeg. And it's a couple minutes. The Chill have been kind of dominant in possession the last little bit, maybe getting a feel for the game. Maybe Winnipeg is sitting back a little bit more after playing so high pressure in the first 20 minutes of this contest. But we still sit scoreless. It is really anyone's game, and a nice flick on header from Minor Hoxha. The problem, he's the striker, so who's he flicking on to, right?
Yeah, exactly. Who's he sending that off to? And just as we're raining caterpillars here in the broadcast booth, not a problem whatsoever.
That was on my hat, and it just fell off onto my shoulders. Winnipeg's known for the springtime. Those the caterpillars coming out and want to watch the game, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, then I gotta add that there's a whole lot more fans in the stands today versus yesterday's. A little bit cooler. Didn't have much rain yesterday, but it was always threatening. But the sun is out today, and we've got a great game on our hands so far.
Yeah, there's definitely a few more extra people. Obviously, the rain yesterday maybe scaring a few people off, and just decided to sit and watch at home, listen to us, call the game for them, and see how the Wolfpack was doing. But today, perfect weather, Sunday evening. Just grab a drink and you sit in the stands and watch the highest level of soccer in Winnipeg unfold.
Absolutely, and it is pretty neat that now coast to coast and worldwide, if you've got a little bit of skin in this game, you can watch and enjoy here on mbsportsnetwork.com with their Facebook page, as well as I believe we're broadcasting on YouTube live as well. And from what our producer was letting us know, we had some pretty good numbers from yesterday.
Yeah, obviously I have to give a shout out to the people in Thunder Bay. They have a very dedicated fan base, as they are one of the best teams in the entire Premier Development League, former champions, last year's finalists, and a place where many players in Major League Soccer got their start as well. So lots of fans that get excited. Obviously winning is a nice thing for a community, and people in Thunder Bay get behind the Chill and want to know how they're doing, and we're happy to give them an opportunity to watch the games here.
Absolutely. I'm sure they'll be missing us when the Chill are playing elsewhere. They'll
be missing the feed.
The feed, yeah.
Maybe not us, but they'll be missing watching.
Absolutely. I gotta agree with that. And we gotta get a few more Wolfpack fans in the comment area cheering the boys on as they are weathering the storm a little bit in their own end. Looks like the Chill are turning up the heat.
Yeah, and it's been a good initiative by the Premier Development League to kind of implement live streaming of their games. Typically when Winnipeg goes on the road, I'm getting a few text messages from the guys to know how they're doing, and that's the best you can do if you don't make the trip. So able to watch their games against Cobb Valley and Chicago and St. Louis, it makes it better, and it's better for the community. You get behind your team because you know what's going on. You're not just watching one game and it's a one and done. You know what's going on with the team.
Hey, you can follow along and get immersed in it, and that's some of the funnest part about sport is that you can just go all in. Excellent game that we have so far, and we're going to do it all again on Thursday evening when Chicago shows up.
And here's a good opportunity here. Raphael Hin beats 2 men now and able to create some space for himself, waiting for some numbers. It's a good crack, but with a guy like Matthew Mazinski back there for Thunder Bay, it's a tough task to beat him from long range, but I like the play. Winnipeg's keeping some offense going, and I think that might be our first shot on net in this contest, the first real look so far. A couple that went over and wide for Winnipeg, but testing the keeper earlier and getting some shots going. At this point, they were down 2-0 yesterday, so everything to play for now.
Absolutely. Clear improvement from yesterday, playing with purpose. And everyone from Rapho Hin to back to Evan Barker. They're all playing with a little bit more zip in their step today.
And on the switch of field over for Tobias Hyrick-Kruger, he'll be able to make a little room for himself, get involved in this attack if he wants to. Kalen Budu will leave it for him. There's an option to switch there for Bicus or throw it back to Sangha. That's what I'll do.
I was looking for him possibly to give it over to Bicus, who was available at the moment.
But this is what we've seen early in this game so far. Some nice runs from the left-hand side by Prince Amara. A couple nice little cuts, and having Nico Bicus with him, who takes a shot and wide. Bicus likes to take some shots. He scored from long range earlier in this season. He's been an exciting addition, and I like the play between him and Prince so far in this game. And Prince injecting, like we see from Hyrick-Kruger right in front of us, a little offense and a little defense from that other side.
They definitely seem to like to run the offense through Prince and just that whole side. We noticed that even in yesterday's game as they switched sides. The ball ending up on our side of the field a little bit more frequently. Why is that? Well,
they're playing with deep central midfielders. Josh Sanga playing basically in front of the back line. It opens up opportunities for those wing backs, Prince and Hyrick-Kruger, to get involved in the attacks. And they know that they have a lifeline back there. Garrick Shincello will be manning in the middle, and Sangha can kind of make those switches, make those rotations, and get involved defensively and cover up those holes. There's a good ball there for Renor, but I think he thought he was...
I thought he was offside.
Actually, as he was talking with the ref, I think it was a Chill player grabbing him by the back of his jersey as he was trying to make that run to the corner. Could have been offside anyways, but he was looking for a call he didn't get.
Absolutely. Definitely a close call, but I think he was getting interfered with a little bit in some way, and that was his gripe to the boys in green. But nothing come of it as the Chill continue to control play a little bit here as we approach the 28th minute.
Yeah, Luca Mastrantonio had a solid game on the back end. Not very busy in that center back position, but steady. He was able to get things going, start some attacks. He makes some nice passes from the back end, and but so far he'll be tested here. As Rapho Hin was trying to play one off the outside for Sangha, doesn't get there. Kalen Budu's taken out, no call. Making his way forward all the way from the backhand here is Pedro Adan.
Pedro Adan over to Campano.
That's a good block as everyone for Winnipeg pretty much dropping back except Bicus and Hoxha. Campano gets around Will Brown. That tackle's hard and it's late, and he could go in the referee's book for this one. I think he's going to get a yellow.
Yeah, he's going to. Very well could. Perhaps a bit too aggressive in his advance there.
Yesterday on the wetter pitch, maybe he can make that slide, but it was poorly timed. Campano making a nice cut to the outside to get around him, and Will Brown for the second straight game will go into the referee's book with a yellow card. He picked one up in yesterday's contest before being subbed off, so a little bit earlier though, first half, 28th minute, he'll go into the referee's book.
He's going to have to
watch himself now.
He's going to have to behave himself a little bit more, and now an opportunity for the Chill to make something happen on offense, not directing a ton of targets towards Evan Barker so far, but those winds may change just in a few moments' notice here.
Yeah, they're looking for that back post run on the in-swing, and just doesn't get there. A good step up by Kevin Garrett to shut things down, and with the Chill up, Winnipeg can take a few moments to get back into their shape coming out of that free kick.
Plays it forward over to Prince. Ball not getting there.
It's the right idea there from Josh Sanga. Just yeah, it doesn't end up getting over to Amara. Good step up by the Chill defender, but that's a play they'll start keying in on as the Prince continues to make some room for himself out there on the field.
Follow at USL PDL on Twitter to become a PDL League insider, join club conversations, and track notable alumni through their pro careers.
Chill looking to establish some momentum and possession as we almost eclipse the 30-minute mark here.
Yeah, we're still seeing Winnipeg playing that high-pressure game. Nico Baikas has to fill in for Prince Amara, who stepped up in that left-back slot. And now another chance for a counter as Kerch's ball a little too soft for Baikas. Goal off a Chill player. Should be a goal kick by the looks of things. I think it will be.
It will be, yes. Giving Winnipeg an opportunity to get back into their formation to be back on offense.
So 30th minute, still looking for the first goal, and some positive play so far for the team in white as Winnipeg's had some offensive opportunities. The best one, O'Hain taking that shot from long range, and we're looking for a little bit more as we get into the final 15 minutes of the first half.
Absolutely. Evan Barker directing traffic there. Ball exits the field.
Yeah, that's what Renor Hoxa adds in there up front, as we see on that goal kick. He adds a little bit more height. He's a strong body and able to make a lot of things. He was dominant when he was playing against players his own age in the U18 levels and with the Manitoba provincial team at the Canada Summer Games here in Winnipeg last summer, and looking to make his mark at this level. And I have to say, I like what I see out of him so far.
It's like Baikas looking to control it.
Yeah, this is a solid midfield for Winnipeg right now. Baikas will try and make that run to the corner. He's able to get to it in time, and we'll look for a cross here likely. Will Brown wants that back post. Ira Kruger on a shot.
Kruger with a great effort.
That one was blocked by a Chill player. Tobias Ira Kruger doing everything right on that. Getting over top of the ball, putting a good hard strike on it, had the net. Was looking to put that across goal. It goes off a Chill player, and the best chance of the game for Winnipeg so far.
Absolutely, and wouldn't be too overzealous to say that it's basically been all Winnipeg so far, making that, putting some pressure on and sustaining it. And I think that's the biggest thing for Winnipeg right now is to have that pressure and to be sustaining throughout the game, allowing the Chill to never really get organized so far.
Yeah, the corner kick, finding the head of both Kevin Gerich and Renor Hoaxag, and ends up going out for a Thunder Bay goal kick. But more danger in that Chill zone and in that Chill box, and it's exciting for Winnipeg. This is what Thunder Bay likes to do, though, get over top and beat Winnipeg with their speed and their size. And
stretch the field a little bit.
So far, though, they haven't really had an answer for Winnipeg.
Cello with a nice defensive effort there.
A big goal kick for Winnipeg. Get their shape going here. 32nd minute. Not yet approaching halftime, but getting pretty darn close. It's everything to play for so far in this first half, which is always a good thing for Winnipeg. The longer they can stay in this thing, the longer they can control the tempo. It was unfortunate yesterday because they played so well in that second half to not be able to get a goal. It was the Chill scoring on a counter, but this has been a positive first half, and maybe if they can pot one here heading into the break and take all that momentum into the second half, they can look for that first win of the year.
Certainly looking for a push and getting their chances. O'Hin.
Yeah, Cello's under pressure here, but I have two Chill players. Has to throw it back for Boodoo.
Working his way through there.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul there. The arm coming out from the Thunder Bay player. Boodoo goes down. A chance on a free kick for Winnipeg. Maybe throw one long. See what happens. Get a few bodies up front. Maybe O'Hin to take it.
Prince to accept, and now moving up the left side again. That's intercepted, and going back the other way, Campano controls the ball there.
Yeah, Eduardo Badescu, head coach for WSA Winnipeg, wasn't a fan of that one. We had the windows closed in the booth, and we're away across the field, and we could still hear the "What are you doing, man?" For that is unfortunately there was a player open on the outside, looked in the middle for Hoaxaw. It doesn't get there, and I'll have to get a conversation with the coach about that coming up.
Most likely, so discussion will go on during the halftime. But,
a nice little foot roll there by Nico Baikas. I think that is going to be a free kick for Winnipeg. As the Chill player, I think it was Pedro Adan, was beat, so he just throws the hands there, tries to block Baikas from going around him. As he's looked good. I like the footwork out of him. Adds a little offense out of that midfield. Another foul, as I think Thunder Bay is a little bit frustrated by Winnipeg in this first half.
Absolutely, they are, and it's showing in their defense right now. Not nearly keeping the same shape that they were able to do so well yesterday, with the great discipline that this team has. What kind of when a team basically completely changes their ability to create offense, how does that keep someone on their heels?
Yeah, and on a good delivery there by Kalen Boodoo, doesn't end up finding. Or sorry, it was Kalen Boodoo. It's just not able to make something happen on that. But yeah, that's what Winnipeg will do. They like to mix things up. It was pretty funny last year. They scored 4 goals in St. Louis playing with 5 defenders because the St. Louis FC really just didn't know they had nothing. They had no way to break through. They were getting really frustrated, taking some fouls, and Winnipeg was able to throw a few balls over the top. Raph O'Hin scoring a couple of goals, Luis Melendez getting in on the party, and it was just those drastic changes, little coaching adjustments, able to make something happen, and we'll see what Winnipeg does here. And that's what they've done in this first half. They've went at Thunder Bay. They've been aggressive. They haven't given them any room to play those long balls. Some good marking, some good play on the ball for Winnipeg too, and really maybe 60-40 possession in this first half, which isn't typical because the Chill were dominant yesterday.
Absolutely, they were, and now O'Hin controlling things through the middle, playing it over to Prince.
Like I say, went off a Winnipeg player. Prince Amar is down again and may have another stoppage so he can get some attention or get off the field, and maybe the first substitute of the game could be coming for WSA Winnipeg. It might be what was nagging him earlier in the game that's still hurting him, and that's unfortunate if he can't come back. I think he will, though, because he's played so well in this first half. He's made a lot happen. He's been able to frustrate the Chill on the right-hand side of the field, and a good game from Prince, and glad to see that he's going to continue to soldier on.
Absolutely. Looks like he's a little bit frustrated with maybe a nagging injury. But like you said, he'll buck up and continue on with this match. Heath now controlling it over 2. It looks like Campano.
Especially in the 36th minute, you don't really want to be looking at your substitutes at this point, and with as good as Prince's play, you don't want to see him leave the field either. That ball tip off of Hyra Kruger, which gives Thunder Bay a look on a corner kick. And with Prince off, Hoaxaw will have to drop back into the box, leaving no one on a transition, but that's what they're up against right now, playing 11 on 10 until the referee allows Amara to come back onto the field. One player for Winnipeg is warming up, just in case that things aren't looking so good for Prince, but hopefully he tries to come back in this contest.
Definitely would be a blow to the Winnipeg lineup. Speaking of those valuable subs, one of the players from yesterday did not dress. He finds himself Braden Silva, the number 4 in your program, a captain for this team. Didn't dress yesterday due to a knee issue, and today he finds himself not in the starting lineup, but at least dressing and testing out that knee.
Yeah, we're talking to him. I was talking to him yesterday in the parking lot after the game because I hadn't seen him since before they went on their road trip for the start of the season. He featured in a couple games, typically wearing that captain's armband, and since the opening weekend of the season hasn't been able to make an appearance, so he looked good in warm-up. It looks like he might be ready to go, and he adds a lot. He's shifty, makes some nice passes, a good chance for Thunder Bay, stopped by Evan Barker. But getting Braden Silva involved in the game, when you see how strong the midfield's been so far already, he just adds one more thing, and Hoaxaw will get a call on the foul, maybe stuck the leg out a little bit on the Chill player. It goes down to the turf, and Thunder Bay will get a free kick as we get near half-time. Winnipeg will make that sub as Prince Amara will head to the tunnel to get some attention which is very unfortunate as how he's played so well in this game. It'll be Dona Kasanga that will come on and take his spot in that left back position. Unfortunate. Prince had played so well in this first half. That's a big loss for Winnipeg in this game.
Absolutely, and I gotta also mention that with Winnipeg playing so well right off the hop in this game so far, as much as the Chill have to be a little bit frustrated with their inability to create any offense, Winnipeg's got to be a little bit frustrated with all of their advances not turning into anything on the scoreboard so far.
Yeah, and so let that ball go out for the goal kick because of the Chill player who's down, and also going to need the trainer to come out and take a look. Didn't see who it was that went down right at the top of the box. Unfortunate play there is the Chill may have to also start looking at their substitutes bench. It looks like, though, he'll get up and he'll be okay. I think it might be Nick Chiappetta, actually.
I do believe that is Chiappetta. And these guys playing 2 games in as many nights, that's no small order. What are some of the things that kind of start coming into play, like cramping, seizing up a little bit? Obviously, this being only the Chill's second game all year.
Yeah, that factors in a lot. The cool downs yesterday, I'm sure, were lengthy for Thunder Bay. Luckily, not having to go anywhere. You don't have to worry about getting any bus legs or anything like that. Just go back to the hotel, put in another session in the gym, cool down a bit, and just
enjoy
relax.
Some Boston Pizza catering.
Yeah, enjoy the Boston Pizza, the proud partner of the Wolfpack that keep the guys fueled up and ready for the next game. As we get our first look, Dona Kasanga looking over the top for Renor Hoaxha, and his first touch of the game since coming on for Prince Amara. Dona is a player that I saw a few times with the men's team program and plays in the provincial league. Typically a midfielder or striker, and showing his abilities as a utility man as he'll feature in that left back slot and looks on a nice overlap from Nico Baikas, just not able to connect. Now Hire Kruger making an attack again from that right back slot. He had that beautiful shot at goal in the 30th minute or so. He'll get involved. Back post look from O'Hin for Sangha, just missing him, so we'll get a goal kick for the Chill.
A little communication there between O'Hin and Sangha as they weren't able to link up on that one. Maybe save that one for later and revisit in the second half.
Yeah, and we'll see if Thunder Bay can get something going. They had a good little 5-minute span there for the last little while, and then Winnipeg able to get the ball back and start countering things again. But lots to play for in this first half. We'll have about 4 minutes, and then we had some injuries, so probably like 3 minutes of stoppage time added on before we hit halftime. Winnipeg will be happy with how they performed so far, and I really think they have an opportunity to try and get one on the board before we hear that referee's whistle.
Absolutely, they do, and throughout this game have been very strong as, of course, the Chill come nice and close.
Nice turn off the post and finished off. He's onside, and the Chill take advantage of a little bit of a breakdown for Winnipeg. And we talked about being mistake-free in the first half and how unfortunate what looked like a harmless ball. It was a turn that Marco Kummerly will say he calculated, but really he was spinning and the ball connects on his heel. He's able to put things in, gets a bit of a weak shot off that ends up going off the far post. There wasn't a Winnipeg player there on the cleanup, and
looks like Chiappetta got the cleanup.
Yeah, against the grain, it will be Thunder Bay getting back on the board, and that's an unfortunate one approaching halftime, as that really does swing the momentum in their favor.
That's you got to be gutted a little bit if you're Winnipeg, but an opportunity to strike back quickly here in the closing moments of the first half. Like I said, second of as many nights here in Winnipeg. A lot better weather, and Winnipeg definitely improving so far.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating to see that happen, right? You dominate the play. Some nice touches here from Nico Baikas again. A little link up with Kalen Budu. Really, Nico Baikas has been impressive in this game. The entire midfield for Winnipeg has been pretty solid. Just looking for those finishes, looking for a good look at net. But Baikas has been impressive. He continues to impress. And after scoring, you might see Chiappetta heading off the field after going down with that injury, and that's what will happen. Chill will make their first substitution of the game, and we'll bring on Mark Fernandez.
Fernandez checks in for Chiappetta, who's now got 2 goals in 2 halves.
Both in less than 90 minutes of play. He was a substitute yesterday, and today will come out in the 43rd.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right about that. Cashing in this closing stages of last night's game, and as the clock kicks down on the first half here, he's able to cash in once again and make it a 1-0 game so far.
Yeah, Chiappetta will go off with 2 goals in the peg, and unlucky on both of them, really, if you're Winnipeg, because they had all that pressure in yesterday's second half, and it was Chiappetta going the other way, and once again, Johnny in the spot cleaning up that Coomerley shot off the post. Master Antonio will take all the time he wants here as they just approach halftime with a lead. Chaladanji heads it right onto Coomerley, a shot.
Coomerley with a blast there, as he's got to be feeling confident after contributing with an assist so far.
Yeah, it was a beautiful turn on his defender. It's one where when it happens you say you did it on purpose, but I really think he was just trying to turn and beat Cello in the middle, and instead ends up making a beautiful turn. He makes some space for himself, puts the shot on net off the post, and yeah, Chiappetta cleans things up, and as we get close to the 45th minute, Thunder Bay up 1-0, and that may be it for this first half unless Winnipeg can get something quick.
Yeah, they need to turn the momentum on its ear a little bit, and I got to think that even though they've been scored on now, they've still been dominating the play. Definitely getting the lion's share of the scoring chances. Just need to move the ball back upfield and make something happen.
Yeah, that's going to be hit. It's frustrating going into the break, feeling a bit hard done by.
Looks like Fernandez with a nice try, with a nice touch there.
So we'll get 3 minutes of added time and an opportunity for both teams to get a couple attacks in it. Thunder Bay, since scoring, have been able to keep some possession. Nice little link play there from Fernandez, finds his man on the outside.
A nice effort through there, thwarted by Winnipeg, and now
great ball over the top there by Nico Baikas. Renor Hoaxall will try and get around Master Antonio. He does. Maybe a look at goal, and a nice play by Wazinski to come out and take that ball. A nice play, nice ball by Nico Baikas. Renor Hoaxall gets the first touch and is not able to get that final kick at the goalkeeper.
But yet again, a little bit more offense from Winnipeg. Wazinski having to be sharp there. He's been tested so far this game, possibly more than he was in all 90 minutes that we saw yesterday. With
only about a minute here, Raffo Hin directing some traffic. He wants the team to move forward, put some pressure on Thunder Bay, force a turnover, and get one last chance offensively. And it will end up forcing Mazinski to look long and off Kasanga, which will be a Thunder Bay throw-in.
Kasanga checking in after Amara ended up having to leave after an injury. Unfortunately, he was having a pretty solid game so far.
Yeah, he was really good. Him and Nico Baikas on that left side, on the far side, looking really good as a pair, making some things happen. That switch there by Hoaxall, not where Will Brown was, unfortunately. And Pedro Adan will try and kill some time off here. We're getting really close to the referee's whistle for halftime.
Looking for one last advance.
Yeah, Fernandez able to get through Kasanga. Coomerley shot. Nice save there by Evan Barker.
Barker with the save, yeah.
Kasanga ends up kind of tripping up and opening up an opportunity for Fernandez. His low cross finds a teammate. Good save. Barker's made a couple when called upon. Unfortunate on that first goal. Hits the post. He's already down trying to make that first save. And that will end up doing it, I think, in this first half.
Yeah, there's your familiar 3 whistles from the head referee, and we're going to head to break here. Thanks for joining us on NBSportsNetwork.com.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, Derek here at Adventure Power Products, and summer's here. Motorcycle season is on us and we're ready to roll. If you're considering a new motorcycle this season, we want you to stop and check out Adventure Power Products and give us an opportunity to earn your business. We have 3 great motorcycle lines for you to choose from, and they're all here, all under one roof for you to check out. We've got great programs from our manufacturers this season. We've got the Kawasaki financing as low as 0% OAC. We've got Suzuki's up to 5 years of extended warranty programs. And of course, our new Moto Guzzi line. This is where art meets technology. If you haven't checked out the line, you've got to come by and see us firsthand to see and appreciate how beautiful these bikes are. Coming in to see Adventure, remember, when you're buying your bike from us, you've got a dealership that is MPI certified for all of your safety needs as well as insurance claims. We also have our technicians that are fully certified in all the lines that we carry, so you know you're going to be in good hands. You want to come down and take a look at a bike while you're getting your bike in for service. We have the Capo Coffee Lounge. Come sit and relax, enjoy the Wi-Fi, our vintage motorcycles here on display, magazines to read. We've got you looked after so you can enjoy your stay while you're getting your oil changed or what have you. We've got you looked after. And remember folks, first-time riders, remember to check out our setup at Safety Services when you're taking your beginner course. We have special discounts for first-time riders. Picking up your new bike, nervous about taking it on the road? We'll look after that too. We'll deliver your bike to your house at no charge with anywhere within the city limits. Remember, we're only 7 minutes outside the perimeter, 4-lane highway, quick drive. We'll get you looked after. We'll get your bike delivered to your garage so you can start at your pace and be comfortable on that new motorcycle. And remember folks, we are Kawasaki's only full-line motorcycle dealer in Manitoba, and we are Suzuki's #1 motorcycle dealer in Manitoba. Come check us out, Derek at Adventure Power Products, 204-878-3194, or again, adventurepowerproducts.com. Thanks for listening.
A quality new or used vehicle is only 20 minutes away at Steeltown Ford in Selkirk. We're a family-run dealership that offers you big city selection at small-town pricing. So make your way down to Steeltown Ford today, where Sergeant says, "Get it done!"
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be.
I'm Cassandra Curie with Farm Fitness. We're located in Ile-des-Chênes, Manitoba. We do everything from personal training, group training classes, yoga and flexible steel. We also focus on young athletes. We do not only just the strength and conditioning, but the agility, power, rotational control and strength, and flexibility, stability, and mobility is always super important. You can find us at fermfitness.ca and come check us out.
I think it's a pretty good program, getting to be on the ice every day and meeting new people from all over the world and playing with new teammates that I've never played with before.
The competition you play against is unbelievable, and there are hardly words to describe how amazing my past 3 years here have been.
I love being on the ice every day, and it's a great opportunity for girls that want to play a higher level of hockey.
The academy's great here. There's really nice people here. The town is great. It's a nice little quiet town.
I like the fact that we're on the ice every day and that we get to experience new opportunities here and get to play with different girls.
Well, I think our school has been awesome. The one-on-one situations that we have with our teachers has been great.
It's a good change, and I think that living in Canada and going to school is a great opportunity for me to learn new things.
do my best.
Back live, we're here, and O'Hin with a nice touch over. Winnipeg Wolfpack trailing in this one by 1 to the Thunder Bay Chill as some shadows start to stretch across this beautiful landscape here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Gorgeous weather for football here as O'Hin controls the ball, an effort forward.
It's a good switch here. He's looking for Tobias. Kruger ends up finding him, which is what you want. He makes that nice cut. He's got so much speed. We're looking for that low cross, and unfortunately just gets blocked up by a Thunder Bay defender. Winnipeg working down 1-0 at the half. A Nick Chiappetta goal that puts Thunder Bay ahead. Winnipeg good in the first half, much better than they were in the first half in yesterday's game. They had lots of pressure. They had more of the chances, and it was just, Thunder Bay showing their class. This is a team with a lot of skill and a lot of solid players just doing their thing and able to finish things off. Kummerly with a nice turn to beat his man and follows it up with the shot off the post, and Chiappetta burying it, and that's where we sit now, 1-0, no subs at the half, so it'll be the same players that finished the first half back out here again.
In this game, it's been all about capitalizing on opportunities. Obviously, the Chill able to convert on their best opportunity off of wouldn't say a fluke play, but something that I would say a little bit difficult to replicate in that the fact that it was a play that you don't see too often.
Yeah, and it's just a mistake on one end ends up giving an opportunity, and when you give a team as good as Thunder Bay chances to put the ball in the net, they're going to pay off more often than not. It's a very talented bunch, and even without their star Sullivan Silva playing today, they have guys that can make a difference, and Chiappetta's a veteran of the team, and unfortunate to see him bow out in the first half with an injury, but hopefully he'll be all good for the rest of the season. These two teams will actually play each other in Thunder Bay in a couple weeks, so we'll likely see him back on the field then.
Definitely get some redemption from Winnipeg in that one. The Chill looking to turn up the heat a little bit here. Some offensive pushes early in this one, and I think that if you're the Chill, you went in at half and maybe got a little bit of earful.
Yeah, potentially. Giovanni Petraglia is a very experienced coach. He's a vocal coach, and he may not have liked that his team had some opportunities to really push on Winnipeg, especially taking the confidence of piling on a 3-0 victory yesterday at their disposal, but not sure what the team talk would have been for Winnipeg. I think it's just staying the course. They looked good in the first half. They had lots of opportunities, able to make some things happen in possession, and just unfortunately giving up a goal. And a nice chance here, Nico Baikas trying to cut through his man. He's taken down, but might be a little lucky to get that foul call there. I didn't see much in it, but nonetheless, Winnipeg will get a chance on the ball. About 30 yards out, or a little bit more now, as the referee will back him up. They'll try and bring some players forward. Cheladanji and Kevin Garrich will join the rush.
Hoeksa with a little bit of a try at it there, screams it through.
Good take there by Nico Baikas, looking for that near post. Low shot, just goes a little wide. Almost tested Matthew Muzinski, who has been good in the series. He played yesterday as well, so working on a clean sheet streak to start the season.
Absolutely, yeah. Keeping in mind that this is only the Chill's second game of the year. Winnipeg coming off of a 5-game road trip. Not really worse for wear, coming in with mostly healthy players, other than the fact that Braden Silva unable to dress yesterday, and now today not starting. A little bit of a blow to their lineup, but for the most part, some success so far.
A little frustration there from Raf O'Hin pushing his man down. He was able to split through both players on the Thunder Bay side, and one of them was kind of grabbing on his jersey. Ref didn't make the call, let play go on, and a little frustration from O'Hin as he might get a caution, maybe not a card, but the referee will let him know that he wasn't a fan of seeing that, as he just shoved his opponent down to the ground.
Yeah. O'Hin definitely on the radar now. He'll have to behave himself a little bit, but doesn't get the card for it.
It's a good play there by Renor Hoeksa to hold the ball up, and this is what they want to do. They have some speed on the flanks. Dona Kasongo, I haven't got to see much of him, but Tobias Kruger will join the rush a lot in this game. He tries to lay one off for Baikas, and or not Bicus rather, but looking for Will Brown. Fortunately doesn't get there, but still doing the right things. You have to like what Winnipeg's done in this game so far. Thunder Bay was clinical offensively, but Winnipeg will try and maintain this possession they've had. They've controlled the possession for most of the game, but it's about who finishes. So they need some looks at goal. They need to start getting into that final third and try and make something happen here. As a weak pass from Dona Kasanga ends up being taken away by Thunder Bay, and they'll look on the counter.
Kasanga obviously in for Amara, who started this game and had to relieve himself due to injury. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin the lineup in only a couple games' time.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. Winnipeg gets a few days off finally, a much-earned few days off after their season-opening road trip and back-to-backs here this weekend. Thursday, Chicago comes to town. Sunday, we're right back here again as well, as they'll be playing another one against the Des Moines Menace, and the team that battles with Thunder Bay at the top of the Heartland Conference, and a team that will be looking for a victory, and Winnipeg will try and pick up their first win against Des Moines in the team's history.
All the way from Des Moines, Iowa, in the friendly confines of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Friendly Manitoba, I think the Chill are experiencing a fair bit of fanfare as far as they go right now, but Winnipeg also, plenty of people coming out to enjoy the soccer. This is the highest available soccer in the city, and people are coming out on a beautiful Sunday evening to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's an audition year really for the players as we get set for on Wednesday. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, or the Winnipeg Football Club rather, which owns the Canadian football team, not this football, this is soccer. we say soccer here, I guess. So yeah. That football team will be making their announcement that they will have a professional team playing in the Canadian Premier League next season. So many of the players that may be fielding on that roster will be local players from Winnipeg, and the best players in the city are playing for WSA Winnipeg right now. So an opportunity to try out, to show your stuff this season and impress people, a few more extra eyes watching this team this year.
Definitely. This is almost a bit of an open audition, as all players who roll through here will get the opportunity to possibly make some noise for that brand new soccer club that I think Winnipeggers are excited about, seeing a higher and higher level of soccer coming in more and more. This team being around for, I believe, 8 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
and as Nico Bicus continues to make some nice runs, a very exciting player. Calls Saskatoon home. He's from Greece and has actually spent some time with some professional teams in Greece. My understanding is he'll be attending the University of Saskatchewan next year, playing for their men's soccer program with his teammate here on Winnipeg, Tobias Hyver-Kruger and Josh Dielman. So he'll have a Saskatchewan connection on the Wolfpack this year.
And that ball was out on Bicus there.
Diaroli throws it back to his keeper. Mazinski puts that one real high, and Winnipeg can try and pin Thunder Bay in their zone. A couple nice turns there as Nico Bicus tries to get around his man. Instead, Chill can clear things out off the fence and
keeping things on the inside there. A little fortuitous bounce for that ball.
The help of our friends from Bonavitale SC providing some ball kids today to keep the flow of the game going and get the balls back into play as soon as they can. Bonavitale, a feeder program for this men's program. Many of the players that are on the field for WSA Winnipeg have spent some time over in the St. Vital neighborhood honing their craft and playing with the WSA as well.
O'Hin looking to make a move here, dancing around a few defenders there. Absolutely.
Really good touches, and Dona Kasanga will try and make a cut towards goal on his right foot, coming from that left-hand side, and lots of blue shirts in the way.
I like the idea from Kasanga to go getting active in the offensive side of the ball. He needs to. He's got the ability to do so. He needs to do that a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, a lot of work for the outside backs for Winnipeg, and put in a lot of miles. We've seen Tobias Hyver-Kruger with the best look at goal, and he's playing the right back spot today. This is Fernandez trying to put a cross in. It was off the arm of Raph O'Hin, and thought maybe the referee didn't see it, but he did. So this is a good opportunity at goal for Thunder Bay, not too far out of the box.
Unfortunate bounce there for O'Hin. Not much he could do. That ball was traveling quite quickly at the time.
Yeah, just an accidental handball. Gets a free kick.
Broadcasting live here on mbsportsnetwork.com. Your host, Brad Gebhardt, and right in to my right, Ryan Brandt, who is pretty familiar with the soccer community here in Manitoba, something that you're quite passionate about.
Yeah, it's always good being a soccer guy. A beautiful free kick there by Thunder Bay that just goes off the outside of the netting that was really flirting with goal. I like the in-swing kick there by the Chill, and a dangerous looking ball. Would have been a lot of work for Evan Barker to get to that. Fortunately, it goes outside, and Winnipeg can set things up again.
From the back end, it really seems like Evan Barker likes to direct traffic back there, have things start off of his foot, move it forward, and I think that's when Winnipeg might be at its best.
Yeah, he's certainly a leader. His second full season as the #1 keeper for this team. Was sharing the net with Josh Partaker a couple of years ago, and Dylan O'Connor, as we have 3 goalies working a battery there. But Barker, when he returned from playing with an academy program in Spain, was really keen, had that offer from the University of New Brunswick, and has been one of the best goalkeepers in the country in university sport. We're happy to certainly have him here in Winnipeg, and adds that calming presence at the back, and is a big part of what this team is doing, and makes a lot of saves. Talked about in the first half that he's always among the leaders in the league in saves, which is pretty common for Winnipeg goalkeepers. As Tyson Farrago, who now plays professionally in Ireland, was the #1 goalkeeper in the league for saves and shots faced when he was with the Wolfpack. So it's certainly not a surprise to see Barker top the league. Lots of good goalkeepers here in the city.
Winnipeg gives their goaltenders an opportunity to face a fair bit of leather and hone their skills. That's awfully nice of them.
Yeah, a nice ball over the top here for Nico Baikas, and instead Hoyer will have to play that thing out for a Winnipeg throw-in, a chance to get some numbers up, try and make something happen. Baikas to throw. He's got Boodoo, he's got Kasonga with him. He's being backed down. Fernandez for Thunder Bay tries to help him out, and Nico Baikas, he's attracting some attention since they saw what he could do in that first half. And a beautiful cross here by Kalen Boodoo.
Very nice cross.
Good job there by Matthew Mazinski. Makes it look really elementary. Just comes out and makes that claim, looking for the back post. And I think it was Tobias Heyer-Kruger just couldn't get onto it. Good ball there from Boodoo. Some good movement. Another good opportunity for Winnipeg.
O'Hin getting active there.
Him and Josh Sanga both going in hard for tackles. Looking a little worse for wear. Sanga's back up now. Haven't seen a substitution yet in this second half. Getting towards the hour mark. A chance on goal. Campano shot blocked by Barker. The follow-up also blocked but rolls into the net. And Evan Barker coughs up a rebound. The Thunder Bay Chill add to their advantage. It's now 2-0.
That Campano who was able to convert on that one. I believe that's his second goal in as many nights. As just not the bounce you're looking for if you're Winnipeg there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for WSA Winnipeg, because they've had lots of possession on the ball, they've had lots of opportunities, and really it was a play that looked harmless. Barker had the right angle, makes the good first save, and unfortunately that ball kind of squeaks out, and on the follow-up attempt, I think he got a piece of it and just kind of rolls into the net, and those are the hardest ones to watch, as he almost had it, and unfortunately we see Thunder Bay go up 2-0.
2-0 now, and controlling play a little bit more than they did in the second half.
Nice tackle there by Will Brown to beat one. Able to find Boodoo, tries to go back to Brown, and Fernandez for Thunder Bay can get a clear going. Kevin Garrich, Josh Sangha hooking up in the middle. Boodoo's there too, and may see a few substitutions for Winnipeg. Looking towards the far side, you see Luis Melendez, Jonathan Dodd both warming up, Dylan Hooper with them. All players that can add a little something as this team looks for a goal.
Absolutely. They definitely need to make a push as we just eclipse the hour mark here in this game. They've been strong so far, but a few guys maybe sucking wind a little bit as the game progresses here.
Sangha gets taken down from behind. Another free kick here for Winnipeg. Trailing 2-0 in the 60th minute here against Thunder Bay.
Got to imagine there's a little bit of frustration on Winnipeg's part now, having played a very good game of soccer here. and currently being down by 2.
This ball looking over the top. Campana will pressure Celodanji a little bit here, so he'll have to be careful. Ends up just heading it out into touch, but that's not what they wanted to do. They had some time on the ball, and that's unfortunate.
Looks like Heath will get the throw in here.
Referee having a word with a few members of the coaching staff for Winnipeg there. Stopping play to leave the field and give them a little bit of a talking to.
Small miscue there. Winnipeg looking to get organized after sacrificing that second goal of the match. Barker plays it.
That's the time to get things started here. Now we'll see an overlap run. Nice play by Tobias Hyra-Kruger, getting some speed. He looks dangerous. We'll look for a cross, but it's going to be a player for Thunder Bay, Luca Mastro-Antonio, able to get on it. Winnipeg will get a corner kick out of it, though.
Mastro-Antonio has been playing strong in the back end there, thwarting a lot of the advances from Winnipeg. He's a quiet guy, the way he plays the game, but just steady defenseman who, when called upon, can make something special happen.
He's got a good supporting cast. Mattia Rowley is with him there in the middle, and then Devin Hoyer and Nathan Heath on the outsides. A very formidable back four for Thunder Bay. Yet to concede on this young season. A few nice cuts from Nico Baikas, maybe try and do something about that, but it will be cleared by the chill, and all that's back is Josh Sangha is in a bit of a 2-on-1 situation, so he'll let Fernandez do whatever he wants with this ball. And some good cover from Will Brown to get back.
Brown with it now.
Songa gets taken out. It's going to say went off of his leg and out for a throw-in for Thunder Bay.
Pedro Adan looking to see where he wants to go with it. High boot there, and
you could hear it up here. Raph O'Hin going down, takes that cleat to the chest. Ends up getting a free kick out of it.
Wants the ball, and he wants to make something happen here.
And Winnipeg's got lots of numbers in their own half right now, so let's
stretch things out,
build things up a little bit slowly, and try and make something happen. Boodoo, Hyra Kruger trying to link up. They'll go all the way back for Cello. That's a good switch for Kasonga. Sangha.
Sangha looking for where he wants to put it. Looks like Boodoo's got it now.
Yeah, some time for Kalen Boodoo. Nico Baikas will try and get himself open. Renor trying to make a bit of a diagonal run. Doesn't work out, but he's got some support. Baikas with the good footwork. Looking for O'Hin. Finds him a nice little turn to beat his man. Looking for that low cross. He's got some options. Will Brown, Baikas, Hyra Kruger in the box. And good block by Thunder Bay. And we might get a substitution here for Winnipeg. I think Dylan Hooper is going to come on, and the Nico Baikas that goes off.
Baikas, a great 64 minutes and some change for him tonight. Excellent finish off to yesterday's game and strong throughout this one. And Hooper with some fresh legs comes in and looking to make a difference.
Yeah, unfortunate to see him come off. He's looked so good in this game. Him and Prince Amara were really doing a lot of good things on that left-hand side. Now both have left the game, so we'll see what Winnipeg has left to offer. Hooper was a starter in yesterday's game. He's got lots of speed. He had some offense in the midfield, and that's what he'll look to do here as he starts driving towards Thunder Bay.
Good to get the ball on your foot.
A nice little flick there by Kalen Boodoo. Puts it through the legs of the Chill player, and, well, they grabbed each other, and the referee decides to make the safer call, which is to give Thunder Bay a free kick in their own box versus what it would have been if they gave a foul the other way.
Gotta like Hooper getting involved right off the hop there. I gotta imagine it's important to feel that ball as soon as you get out there. You want to be able to make a difference and just get yourself into the game immediately.
Yeah, and some nice footwork there by Kalen Budo going through the legs of, I think it was Heath. Those two end up colliding with each other and going down. Budo doesn't end up getting the call, but he's got the ball back again, looking for Renor Hoekstra. Has got a chance. Just one man to beat if he
off his left there.
Wants to take a shot. He's got Dylan Hooper with him. Now a chance for a cross. Hooper will track back, and that's unfortunate for Winnipeg as they had some opportunities for an attack. Instead, they'll go backwards. Sang has a long ball for Tobias Hyward-Kruger, doesn't get there. An opportunity for the Chill to counter the other way.
Campano with it now. Looking to reestablish possession here.
That switch ball by Thunder Bay easily headed off by Dona Kasanga. Some good pressure by Dylan Hooper. The Chill will have to move this ball quick out of the back. That's a good ball looking inside. It will be an offside, just a hair off. Barker saved it anyways, but it was Marco Kummerly who had the assist on that first goal, who had that opportunity, just a hair offside. And we'll see another substitution for Winnipeg as they'll add some size and another striker. Will Brown comes off. Luis Melendez will enter the fold, and usually him and Renor Hoekstra kind of swap positions in that target man slot. They'll play together, and maybe a change in tactic, a change in formation for Winnipeg. And the Chill also going to their bench as well as Lucas Felice makes his way onto the field. Evan Savula will make his way off.
Savula making his way off the field after having himself a pretty darn good game so far. Didn't get on the score sheet, but nevertheless an offensive presence as the ball gets played down to Hooper there.
Yeah, nice ball over the top for Dylan Hooper. They want to get a cross going. Raffo Hin also wants it up top. He's calling, directing a little traffic. Now Buda will try and penetrate through. He works good on Fernandez to get a touch, and all the Thunder Bay midfielder can do is knock that out for a Winnipeg throw-in, and a chance with some numbers here is Winnipeg will try and push this. They want to get a goal, not much time. Hoekstra lays it back for Melendez, and now back to O'Hin.
With Hoekstra and Melendez in the game now, definitely it's safe to say that Winnipeg's looking for a goal.
Yeah, and we'll see how they set up once we get maybe a goal kick or a little lull in the play. If it's a change in formation, maybe playing with two strikers up top, and that's probably what will happen. Melendez is a natural striker. Hoekstra is the same way. So that may be what's going on. You'll play Hooper out on the left wing. Melendez will throw that cross in. It takes a weird bounce, and Mattia Roli does a good job to make something of it, but that was a nice cross from Melendez, his first real touch in this game. And Campano goes down as he was chasing that ball, maybe just a cramp up, something catching him there, because I don't think he had any contact with Hyward-Kruger, but he goes down. Of course, we mentioned it a few times how much he offers to this Thunder Bay side, as Sergio Campano makes a lot happen out there.
You also get a substitution there.
Folks, we hope you'll join us again this Thursday evening as your Wolves.
Yeah, Jonathan Dodd will make his home debut here in Winnipeg. Calls Minnesota home in the off-season, has family, lives, has his grandparents are Winnipeggers, has that local connection, and played at Elmhurst College in the NCAA. Spent some time training in some academies at the Minnesota Thunder, and decided to make the trip up and
nice touch from
stay with his family and make something happen. Here's Luis Melendez, looks for that long distance opportunity. So Dodd will come in, Sangha comes out. We'll see what that means for the strategy here for Winnipeg as they'll play two strikers up top. Fernandez pressured.
Yeah.
That'll be a Winnipeg throw. Lots of communication now. Raph O'Hin directing some traffic. Dylan Hooper for Kalen Boodoo. He'll try and make things up. Fernandez chasing. Roley in there too. Rather, that's Heath. Or Hoyer. And Jonathan Dodd. Looks back to Chelodanji. Ball up the top, trying to find somebody, and it's nowhere near a Winnipeg player, unfortunately. Looking for that long ball. They had some numbers up front, and that's what they'll try and do. They'll try and find Luis Melendez, and they'll try and find Renor Hoax up top and try and get a goal out of things. This, we'll see the Chill go in transition.
Chill looking to control things a little bit here. They're currently up by 2 as the clock now ticks down inside the last 20 minutes of this this match, and as much as Winnipeg has controlled the offensive efforts, they have not been rewarded from that so far. But definitely more of a positive performance than yesterday. But definitely, I think they need to get something on the scoreboard soon here.
Yeah, certainly. Just want to get a goal at home, take some confidence into the Thursday game. Chicago is a really good team. Chicago FC United is new to PDL, or last year was their first season, and started things off with a bang. One of their players, his name's escaping me, immediately first rounder in the MLS draft, now a starter for Orlando City, so shows the quality that exists in this league, that it doesn't take long before they make the jump into the pro ranks, and can be said about players on all these teams. An opportunity to show their stuff, and Chicago will come into Winnipeg and will be a good show, as the old Chicago Fire Academy that Winnipeg we used to play was one that we've picked up a few wins in the past, so an opportunity to get a couple W's against Chicago on Thursday.
Absolutely. O'Hin now looking to make a nice effort with it here. He's got himself a free kick, plays it forward, intercepted there.
And driven from Raph, but a nice interception here by Luis Melendez, who will try and start something instead. He'll take a crack at goal, and it's wide of the far post, and it's unfortunate once again having some numbers in that final ball, just not finding its way into the box and onto a player in a white shirt.
The boys in white definitely playing inspired ball here, wanting to get some redemption from last night's loss. Currently find themselves down by 2. Winnipeg Wolfpack still looking for their first win of the season.
Nice header from O'Hin for Melendez. A switch attempt here by Kalen Boodoo. The speed of Dylan Hooper keeps that in play, and now Winnipeg again continues to attack here against Thunder Bay. Rafael O'Hin fakes the shot to beat one, taps around another. And Renor Hoha might have a shot here. Nice little attempt on goal, and maybe it hit a Thunder Bay player, I guess not. It just sails wide. Good opportunity there for Winnipeg.
Keeping the pressure up, which is something they've done all game long. They haven't been rewarded for it, like I said, but the sustained pressure, keeping Mazinski on his toes, as well as the rest of the Chill defenders.
Yeah, with 15 minutes left, still an opportunity to get back in this game, looking for that quick goal. But still down 2-0, and we were at this point yesterday. 2-0 game where Winnipeg was pushing and trying to look for that equalizer, or at least one goal, and then chase that equalizer. And Thunder Bay was able to score on a counter, so they do have to be careful. They're attacking. Thunder Bay will sit back a little bit and take this victory if they can. But have to be careful about those counterattacks when you're playing so far up.
For sure. You can't just pin your ears back and play offensive ball here. You have to be a defensive minded at the same time. But looking to try and get that first goal at home, it's utmost importance right now.
Now the Chill the chance. Fernandez, Kasonga come together, out for a throw. Maybe thought he wanted it quick. Instead, he'll lay it back for Garrett.
Parents, remember to check out the World Soccer Academy website for a complete offering and training programs for your young soccer.
It's a nice long ball from O'Hin. Dylan Hooper may be able to get on this, and he will.
WSA Winnipeg.
To wait for some help. Melendez is there on a help. Beats
nice
one,
foot,
maybe a cross.
Nice
Looks for that back heel to try and find Luis Melendez. Doesn't work out. Dona Kasanga maybe just trying to tip it out and didn't have the play he wanted from it.
O'Hin now with
O'Hin, pretty little turn.
Turns on that ball at Voodoo with the ball now. Places it over to Cello.
Tobias cuts through, looking to try and make something happen. Instead, Heath will take it for Thunder Bay. Danji works it forward, gets it back, stumbles up with it. Garrett able to recover and throws it back to Barker. Now with it O'Hin.
O'Hin slightly off the mark, not what he wanted to do with it.
Now Jonathan Dodd. Haven't seen any touches from him since he came into the game, and he'll end up taking a foul. Going down, Kimberly. Chance on a free kick once he gets stretched out. A little tight, I guess, in the calf and the hamstring. He'll get stretched out by a teammate and hopefully able to finish off the game.
Yeah, currently playing the entirety of both games so far, and that's no small task, especially being the first 2 games of the season. It's got to have some tender legs out there, maybe breathing a little heavy.
Yeah, now a chance Thunder Bay with maybe an attack and an opportunity to add to their lead, up 2-0 in the 78th minute.
Heath plays it down.
Ball comes across. Campano will take a crack at goal. Easy save there for Evan Barker. Campano shoots it straight at him.
Don't give yourself a great chance at scoring when you don't make the goaltender move, but Barker was able to get to where he needed to be and stop that.
It's a good long ball from O'Hin trying to find Renor Hoxa. Instead, taken away by, I think, Master Antonio. Thunder Bay. Let's say he's fouled, maybe clipped a little bit by Melendez.
Boys reset, and looks like Chill is going to get back on the offensive. I want to give a quick shout out and thank all who are watching, listening, and following along at home, watching on the Facebook page as well as on YouTube. Really enjoying doing these broadcasts, brand new for 2018 here on mbsportsnetwork.com.
Yeah, and happy to have you guys here doing some soccer and showcasing the talent WSA Winnipeg has to offer. 5 more broadcasts left, and by the end of it, we'll make a soccer guy out of you, Brad.
Absolutely. No, learning the terminology, it's no secret that cut my teeth in motocross, which I've been active in for since probably about 2 decades now, and I've been active in the sport of soccer for about 2 days now. So I appreciate all those who are enjoying the broadcast too, for being patient with me, and as well as you being patient with me as well. But no, I'm enjoying this, and this is I'm not surprised how many people coming out and enjoying this this premier soccer, the highest available currently in Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's the top amateur league in North America, feeder system for the United Soccer Leagues, the lowest level of professional soccer, and also Major League Soccer. Almost 200 MLS players, current MLS players, have came through the PDL, and that's certainly exciting and a great opportunity if you're a player to know that there was some guys that came before you that you'll look to follow in those footsteps. And always surprising to see players in Major League Soccer and go, oh, really? This guy played in the PDL? And it's always cool to think that how many have played against us here in Winnipeg. And just mentioning one of the players from Chicago that's now playing in Orlando in MLS. That was quite the offensive talent, if I remember watching them play last season. And it opens up some doors for some of these players. We've seen a few of our players here in Winnipeg move on out of the PDL system, and always happy to see players graduate and continue the next step in their soccer career. And with the Pro League coming in Canada next season, just more opportunities for guys to continue playing after their 22, 23 age years.
Absolutely, and looks like the 13 taking a blow there. Was that Campano leaving the field and letting a sub take over for the last 10 minutes here?
That's Fernandez and Hyra Kruger battling for it, and Fernandez has been involved a lot since coming in as a sub.
Winnipeg looking to work it up quickly.
Yeah, 10 minutes left in this. Little stoppage time, and Winnipeg want to be quick to get on the board and have an opportunity to come back and tie this game.
That's why we play the full 90 minutes plus.
Melendez tries to beat his man, doesn't end up working out, and Heath will play a long ball. Chill happy to hold on to a 2-0 advantage and continue their season. A good start for them. Try and find their way back all the way in the PDL final. It takes a lot of work to get there. You got 74 teams to worry about on that journey. So to get all the way to the final last year is pretty exciting. A team that's won this league in the past, and always like to see a Canadian team win when we only have, I think now, just 5 Canadian teams, so 70 American teams we're up against. Hopefully we get one back here, as it was, I believe, Calgary 2 years ago making it all the way. So some opportunities for Canadian soccer to show the Americans what we have.
Absolutely, and excellent for the fans to come out and enjoy this this high level of soccer, something that has only been available for just shy of a decade. As Hooper with a nice chance here, he's got some speed.
Yeah, looking for that low cross, just blocked.
He's coming back to it though.
Pedro Adan able to clear it up to Coomerly, taken out in the back there by Kevin Garrich.
Garrich with
not much in it, but
there.
Ran into him. That's what happens. You're going to get a foul call.
Cello there gives him a tap. Says, I like the aggression, kid. Keep it up. If you're just joining us live, Winnipeg currently trailing the Chill 2-0 with about 8 minutes and change left in the match here. It's been a spirited affair where Winnipeg, coming out of the gate, took it to the Chill. Unfortunately not getting rewarded for that, and on a couple of miscues, the Chill were able to capitalize and build that 2-0 lead, which they enjoyed at this point in the game last night.
Yeah, and some opportunities to start pushing up the field. We'll see Cello Danji maybe joining in a few of those rushes. Jonathan Dodd coming in as a sub. Luis Melendez both add a little bit of height, and some opportunities if Winnipeg can get a set piece or a cross. But right now they need the ball.
There's a big body in the middle there.
Yeah, right now they need a ball. Melendez, an exciting prospect who came to us from El Salvador last year, and head coach Eduardo Badescu liked what he saw enough to invite him back to play this year. He spent some time playing in the professional leagues in South America. Scored a couple goals last year, and we'll try and add on to that now.
Winnipeg look to take control here. They get set.
Nice turns by Kalen Budu, able to put one through the legs of the Thunder Bay midfielder. Chance with Hooper.
Smartly plays it back to Evan Barker. Plays it up to Cello, who takes a look.
Nice touches there. A little footwork from Luis Melendez. He goes down, and there will be no foul call. Melendez still staying down, sitting, and not happy with that, but the Chill will start transitioning the other way.
The deepest that the Chill have had the ball in the last little while here, electing to mostly play defense. They've got that familiar setup that they had from last game, keeping it very disciplined, tight-knit group in the middle of the field, taking away the middle of the field, forcing Winnipeg to play on the outskirts.
Yeah, and Thunder Bay happy to just keep possession and eat off the rest of this clock. If you're Winnipeg, you hope to just score a goal and take a little momentum into the Thursday game against Chicago and the tough Sunday matchup against Des Moines. Take a little positive light out of this game as O'Hin continues to play well. It's good to see him make his debut this season, this weekend, and a poor pass from Jonathan Todd, but a nice slide
makes good on it though
to recover. Fortunately, is not the greatest ball from him there. O'Hin, Dona Kasonga, now up top for Hoxa. Nice little cut to keep possession. Cuts around another man, takes a shot. Some more nice play from Renor Hoxa. He's looked good since coming on as a sub yesterday, earning the start in this game. And another look at goal, and Mozinski in perfect position. He's a real good goalkeeper, obviously, the American import.
A long, hard game on O'Hin here there that looks like, not, I wouldn't say worse for wear, but possibly cramping up a little bit. It's difficult to get in as much fluids as you need, especially with these temperatures being a little bit cooler. You don't think that you're dehydrated, but late in the game you tend to feel like you might be.
Just absolutely toying with that defender there, the touch he has, and probably has covered the most ground so far in this game. He's a really fun player to watch, and him and Moses Danto, who's now in Calgary, hooked up a lot on some plays last season as they ended up tied for the leading goals. And it's good to have O'Hin back with Danto leaving a hole. Winnipeg's all-time leading goal scorer goes off to Calgary, and was watching some clips from his game yesterday, scoring his 4th of the season already, so he's continued his fine form playing out in Alberta with fellow Winnipegger Ali Musa, who also played for WSA Winnipeg. Sometimes you just got to move the career a little bit forward and
change scenery.
Moses unfortunately had a contract in Arizona in the United States in the USL, and some travel issues prevented him from making his professional debut, so returned to us in Winnipeg last season. Getting the move to Calgary, a team that's very competitive in the PDL, gives him an opportunity to show his stuff, and with Calgary also moving to professional soccer next season, maybe playing for a contract too.
Absolutely, with Hooper with a nice effort on net there as he makes his presence felt late in this one.
Winnipeg pretty much playing 3 at the back at this point and trying to add that extra midfielder, extra winger, extra everything. They want to get something going here into the 88th minute. Down 2-0. Just want to score a goal. That's all they're looking for right now. Just try and find one, and maybe if there's some time, look for another, get that equalizer.
It's not quite over yet, as O'Hin still giving his all. Gets a little ahead of his own feet there. Now Fernandez coming in.
Unfortunate from Raphael, and referee let them play through. O'Hin doesn't still has yet to get up as he kind of crawled down and maybe hit his head off the turf as he was going down. That's what he's holding there.
Meanwhile, Fernandez directs the ball towards the Winnipeg end.
They'll make a call for the physio to come on, and I think Winnipeg still has one more substitution available to them. Evan Berube taking off his penny. He might have to come into this game, and that's unfortunate to take Raphael O'Hin out of it, as he's been where everything goes through him. All the play goes through O'Hin. Berube will warm up and start to make his way onto the pitch, I think, as O'Hin's still yet to get up.
O'Hin has been a warrior over the last 2 nights, making a difference every time that he touches the ball, and honestly being a disturbance on the defensive side of things as well.
Yeah, and he's the driver of this team when he's playing in the midfield. Really just makes things happen in the middle. He's a goal scorer. He can set guys up, and a player that really did come out of nowhere 2 seasons ago. He's just moved to Winnipeg and was looking for a soccer team, and we were happy he fell into our hands, as he's been a real good player. I know Charleswood Soccer Club is also happy to have him. He's now coaching in their system as well. A player who had a tryout with Toronto FC a couple summers ago through his play here with Winnipeg, and some help from the coaches to try and help him move his career forward. But happy calling Winnipeg home, and he's still down on the turf. Hopefully he's able to get up and get back in this game, but it's likely that he'll make way for Berube, and then we'll have a few minutes of stoppage time to play.
That we will, and the crowd definitely salute a true warrior for the Wolfpack today. He's given his all over the last 2 nights, and unfortunately won't be able to continue. Making some contact with his noggin there, a little worse for wear, but we'll most likely be back.
He's going to try and come into the game, I guess, because Berube will actually come on for Tobias Hyrick-Kruger.
Okay.
So I guess O'Hinn's going to try and see if he can stretch it out. It looks like he's still holding his neck a little bit, and will try and make his way into the game. We get 3 minutes of added time. And he'll try and make his way back onto the field as soon as possible, as that's unfortunate to go down like that. Winnipeg needs him at this point in the game.
Berube
down to
in
10
for
men.
Hyrick-Kruger.
Yeah, Tobias running a lot in that game down that wing. Trying to make some plays happen. Had the best look at goal for WSA and wasn't able to finish it off. A nice block by a Thunder Bay defender. So 3 minutes, an opportunity for Winnipeg to try and get something here as they're still playing things in the back. We'll see what they try to make happen as Kalen Buda will make things go. Raph O'Hinn still talking with the trainer, trying to get back in this game, and Thunder Bay with a chance on a counter. Winnipeg's numbers are forward trying to find that goal, so maybe just a long-range look to let it go out for a goal kick, keep the clock moving, but the ball girl gets things back into play. Unfortunately, the shot bouncing back into the field. So we'll get a restart
Winnipeg
again.
looking to up the tempo there and quickly make something happen. As O'Hinn back onto the field.
That's good news.
Maybe not firing on all cylinders, but still able to make something special happen, even if he's playing at 90%.
Yeah, back for Reno Hoaxha. Nice little turn, nice little touch for
Hooper.
Dylan Hooper. Unfortunately, not able to get anything on that. It's Thunder Bay with a throw, and maybe one more chance at an attack for Winnipeg. O'Hinn's, after running out, deciding that his neck is still bothering him too much to finish the game, so he's going to have to roll off, and I think Winnipeg may be out of substitutions for the game, so they won't be able to replace him, and they'll have to go with 10 men for the rest of the contest.
I do believe that's the case with Kruger coming off.
Yeah.
And being replaced by...
Yeah, certainly something with his neck, and that's unfortunate to say. I think it was the way he went down as he was making that challenge, and the physio's still trying to do some work, and certainly wasn't good to come back on. He tries to make that play on a long ball, and once you start trying to play again, that's when you really notice that maybe you're not feeling it and can't continue. So that's unfortunate for Raph, and Winnipeg will finish the game with 10 men as they have no subs left.
An offensive push here. Hooper with it now.
Looking for Kasanga, just a little bit wide, and it's an unfortunate end to this weekend here in Winnipeg. 5-0 aggregate defeat, I guess you could say, as the Chill picked up 3-0 yesterday. Look to be cruising to this 2-0 now. As some strong play in the first half from Winnipeg, and you wonder what kind of game we would have had if that opener by Kampaga doesn't end up finding its way into the net, and that's the way she'll finish, unfortunately. 2-0. Some solid play, few opportunities offensively, but Thunder Bay Chill had a lot of class, a very talented group, and it's the way it finishes with a 2-0 victory, and that will wrap it up. And Winnipeg will regroup, get back to the training ground this week, and get back to some home cooking, and look forward to hosting the Chicago United FC on Thursday, and back here again on Sunday to take on the Des Moines Menace. And happy to be broadcasting all those games, and we'll continue to provide some coverage. It's been a great opportunity to showcase soccer in Winnipeg, and no better place to do it.
Absolutely. Phenomenal performance today from Winnipeg despite the end result, but thanks for everyone who were able to watch and enjoy this broadcast, and thank you, Ryan, for your expertise throughout this, and on behalf of MBSportsNetwork.com, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm Brad Gephardt. This is Ryan Brandt.